What's up, guys? Welcome to Dev Webby, and today we are going to learn about user inputs in PHP 7. So let's jump in. Assume that so we are going to work with user input. So when you have an HTML form that is submitted to a PHP page, the data becomes open to that typical script. So an HTML form has two required attributes, an action and a method. Let's write that down. So let's say HTML form has two attributes that are action, function, and method. So let's describe the action attribute specifies the script to which the form data is passed. So let's write it down. The action attribute specifies the script to which the form data is passed. So for example, the following form submits to one input property called myString, right? For example, to the page as in mypage.php or index.php and stuff. So I'll show you guys an example. Let's say we have our HTML page, which we can do something like this. Block type HTML, body, right? And then we hit for action, and we say mypage.php, right? Or we can say, let's say our page.php. And then we want the method to post. So we'll do like that, and we want to create a input type, which we want the input type to be as text, and our name will be myString that I said earlier, right? So, and then we want to create a submit button, which, our input tag to be submit. So we want this tag to be submitted, right? And then close the form, and then close our tags. In this case, if we want to close the PHP tags, we get a normal HTML page, right? So let's save it. Let's go to our browser, reload. We just get a normal HTML. But this is not an HTML tutorial. This is a PHP type of tutorial, but you guys get it. So we get this, and we hit submit, right? We get our page.php. This will be the action attribute that will post a method. It will go to this typical type of page. Now, the other required attribute of the form element that specifies the sending method, which may be either a get or a post method, which is this. We can write get. If we put get, look what it does. It just puts it into the address bar as myString for our name. We really don't want to. Sometimes you can, but you prefer to put post. So just put post. We just reload. Let's reload. Submit, and we get this. It goes to another page, which is our PHP one. If the form is sent using the post method, the data is available through the post array. Let's take this PHP tags. Let's comment this out, and let's say, so if the form is sent using the post method, which is this that we had, the data just opens up to the post array, which is this post array. The data sent with the post method is not visible on the URL of the page, but this also means that the state of the page cannot be saved by, for example, bookmarking the type of pages. So if you want to print it out, you can say something like this: echo post my string. Let's uncomment this out for a sec. Let's see what's going on. Let's put the PHP tags and let's see. So when we just create the form, right? Let's see, just post array echo post my string. It will just post out my string, whatever we have here. It won't do nothing. We'll just print it out because we said echo, right? So let's take out this PHP tags. Let's comment out our HTML. Let's move on. So next, we want to learn how to send with the get method. The alternative is to send the form data with the get method and to retrieve it using the get array. The variables are then displayed in the address bar, which I showed earlier, right? And when you put this as get method, it will show something here. When the user submit, it will say my string / my strings and so on, right? So yeah, which effectively maintains the state of the page if it is bookmarked or is revisited. Typical website. At that case, you can do something echo get my string. That's all. Because that typical data is contained in the address bar, the variables can not only be passed through HTML forms but also through HTML links. The variable get array can then be used to change the state of the page accordingly. This provides one way of passing variable from one page to another. Basically, you guys have like this. Let's create a attribute. We have a my page, or I said our page, right? Page.php, right? And then the get method will do something like this: my string, and then let's use the normal basic thing, which is the full bore that every language does, full bore. So we just want to put a name that when the user, we can say link or we can say click here, and close our attribute. What this will do, basically, if the user hits this button, which is click here, it will go to this page. Okay, I'm gonna make this video short, and I will see you guys on part 2.